Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video that is part of my Cyber Week Edit 2020. I'm so excited to be bringing you all these videos for Cyber Week. We've got so much content planned. Today's video I think is a really important one. This is going to be the 10 Cyber Week mistakes to avoid making this year. Now if you didn't see the video on Sunday that I uploaded a video all about my Cyber Week hacks, the things that I would recommend doing during Cyber Week, my tips and tricks and what you should do. This is a video all about the things that you shouldn't do. Now I won't lie, I have made these mistakes in the past. I've fallen down these rabbit holes, I've made these boo-boos, shall we say, and that's why I wanted to make this video, just to really help you guys and make sure that you don't make any mistakes like this and you really make the most of Cyber Week this year. So I'm really excited to bring you this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you're new around here, I'd love it if you subscribed. We've got so much Cyber Week content planned. I've said it in my last video, but I'll say it again. Just consider me your little Cyber Week pixie, your personal shopper who's going to be providing all the deals, all the discounts, the best edits, the best sales, anything that I can, I will be sharing over here and over on my blog at petitellie.com. Feel free to go and check me out there. I've been uploading wish lists at the moment with a few things that I'm going to be keeping my eye on this Cyber Week, and also I will be doing lots of stories throughout showing you some of the best deals, best discounts. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, I am at petitellie over there, and I would love it if you came and gave me a follow. So without further ado, I'm going to jump in and talk about the 10 mistakes to avoid making this Black Friday. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is impulse buys. Now, I am someone who can really easily get drawn into discount sales, purchases, suggested items whenever I am online shopping, and I'm really bad at impulse buying. But during Cyber Week, it is a week that I do not let myself impulse buy, no matter how good the deal may seem. I know that when brands are throwing 30% off, 50% off, £200 off, £300 off, it can be so tempting. It just be like, oh my god, that's an amazing deal. Add it to your basket, and before you know it, it's arrived at your door and you didn't even need it in the first place. I can't tell you the amount of times I've bought things in Black Friday or Cyber Week and only for 2 weeks later to look at them and go, why the hell did I spend that much money on that? I didn't need it, no matter how good the discount seemed at the time. So I would definitely say to plan ahead. Now I mentioned this in my Cyber Week hacks video, but planning ahead makes sure that you really know what you're going to be purchasing throughout the week, what you're going to be looking for, the deals you're going to be searching for, and the items that you want to be adding into your bag. Really try to not let yourself get drawn into the sales. I know that it can be really tempting, but if you have a plan and a budget and everything like that set out, hopefully that will really stop you from impulse buying, scrolling the websites, being thrown new deals in your face and thinking that's an amazing deal, buying it and not actually needing it. So I would definitely say the biggest thing to avoid doing is making impulse buys and maybe purchasing things you'll regret down the line. The next big mistake that a lot of people make throughout Cyber Week is not knowing where to look. I know that all the newsletters from brands and like retailers and their websites can be really confusing. So I actually have a Cyber Week hub that will be taking place at petitellie.com. Feel free to bookmark the page. I'm going to be uploading daily edits with the best discounts, the best deals, and all of the discount codes in there. So that's a one-stop shop Cyber Week hub for you guys to check out. I know that sometimes it can be really tricky, just not even knowing where to start, not knowing where to look, where to go, how to find the deals, how to know the discount codes. Everything like that can be really overwhelming throughout Cyber Week. So knowing where you want to be every morning, where to check. I'm going to be uploading it every single day, first thing in the morning, when I know what deals are going to be coming out and what discounts are taking place. So make sure to bookmark petitellie.com. I know that's a massive plug, but it will really help you guys out. As I said, I'm literally taking the entire week away from work just to be able to provide you guys with as much as I can at this Cyber Week. So I know how overwhelming it can be, especially now that everything is going to be online. It can be really tricky to go to ASOS and then Topshop and then Zara and not know what discounts are where or what things are in the sale. So just knowing where you want to be, where to check first thing in the morning before you make any more purchases, and knowing where to look. The third mistake that I cannot push to you guys enough is not setting yourself a budget. I think that is just setting yourself up for failure. Now, Cyber Week is a really exciting week. There are some amazing discounts and amazing sales, but let me tell you one thing, guys. it's not worth going into debt over a new pair of shoes. It's really not worth taking out a credit card that you know you can't pay off just to get the new designer handbag that you had your eye on. I am so big on only ever spending within your means, only ever spending on what you can afford. Now there are options out there such as Klarna. I definitely recommend it. This isn't sponsored or anything like that. I've just used them in the past. They let you either have a try before you buy kind of thing, so like you buy it and then 30 days later you can pay it back in full, or you can do a interest-free stretch out the payments over a certain amount of months. So let's say, for example, a £150 bag you could pay over 5 months, and then that's, how much is that a month? £30 a month, I believe. My maths is not my strong point. But it just means that it makes it a little bit more bite-sized and a little bit more doable to be able to pay off bigger items. But all I will say is make sure that you can afford it. Make sure you're budgeting, you're scheduling, you know what you're going to be paying off each month, because that is just the biggest thing in Cyber Week. I won't lie, I've made mistakes in the past. I've gone into overdraft when I really shouldn't have, and it's just a really big life lesson to never spend more than what you can afford, to always spend it within your means. So setting yourself a budget is the biggest thing I can implore you to do this Cyber Week. I really think if you don't set yourself a budget, if you don't plan in for what you can afford, what you're going to buy, you really are setting yourself up for failure. The next mistake that I really want to encourage you guys not to make is not planning ahead. This kind of comes into the impulse buys section, but I really would recommend giving yourself a plan, a list, a Christmas list, a what I want list, a wish list, anything that will help you plan ahead of what you are looking for. Now, obviously we don't know exactly what's going to be coming into the sales or what discounts there are going to be, but just being able to have a plan of what you want to look out for is so important. For example, there's a perfume I really want to get my mum for Christmas. It's on my wish list, I've bookmarked it, and it means that I can go to lots of different retailers and see who has the best discount during the Cyber Week sales, and seeing how much I can save from each retailer to get this perfume for my mum. And I think that's a really great way to look at Cyber Week, to write yourself a list, look at discounts, and also know that if it doesn't go into the sale low enough for you, that's okay, just to walk away and think, no, that's still too much for me, I still don't want to justify that, or can't afford that, or don't want to make that much of a investment for that particular item. So just being able to plan ahead, know what items you're looking out for, know what you're going to be spending your money on, going within your budget, making a list, not making any impulse purchases, and planning what you're going to buy. Now, a mistake that I have actually fallen into the trap of making, and really want to tell you guys not to do, is to wait to the end of the week. Now, obviously Cyber Week has come about from the Black Friday sales. It's very difficult, I never know whether to call it Black Friday or Cyber Week, but one thing that I used to do is always wait for the day on Black Friday to see what deals are on. I always thought that that meant that that was like the biggest day for the codes, and that Friday was going to be the best discounts. But actually Cyber Week has come about because brands can't keep up with the demand on discounts being on just one day. So most brands will stretch out their deals throughout the entire week. So if you see something go down 20%, chances are it's not going to go down any further, even if you wait till Friday, and you might even miss out on the deal. Some brands have very limited stock with regards to their discounts, and they only have certain things that are going to be on sale, and if you miss out, and you can't get your hands on it ever again at that price. So I definitely say if you see something, to get it there and then, because chances are it's not going to go down anymore in the sales. Just because it went into sale on Monday does not mean it's going to be even lower on the Friday. Most brands are just going to put out a sale, and that will be their sale for that week. So I would definitely say do not wait to the end of the week, because that's going to be a very overwhelming time. It's going to be the peak of Cyber Week, and a lot of stock will probably be out already. A lot of products will be out of stock, and you won't be able to get your hands on it. So if you see something you want, snatch it while you can and get it at the best price you possibly can. Missing out on codes. Now, this is something I have done myself. Some brands don't make it easy to do these sales and can actually make it really confusing for you. They offer 60% off, but only if you use a certain discount code at a certain time, and it can get really overwhelming. I'm just going to plug my Cyber Week hub again, because I will be updating you guys on the codes as soon as I know them and as soon as I come in. I'm going to be working with a few brands throughout Cyber Week, so I will be able to know the codes a little bit beforehand, and I can let you know as soon as they come out, because I know that it can get really confusing when the codes are like save 60, discount 20, Cyber Week 80, and you just don't know what you're putting into your basket. And I won't lie, I have a couple of times done a Cyber Week order thinking I was getting the full 60% off, only to check the receipt afterwards and realise because I didn't enter the discount code or the code that was associated with that sale, I didn't actually get the full discount that they promised. So making sure to know your codes to be able to check back to the Cyber Week Hub and see what codes are available each day, and just making sure that when you are checking out, you have put that code into the discount code section. Some brands don't need it, but a lot of brands do. So just really double checking before you make your purchase that you are getting the full discount that you are promised. Now obviously we know that this Cyber Week is going to be very different to Black Fridays and Cyber Weeks in the past because we can't go in store. Everything is going to be online, from hoovers to TVs to clothes to beauty. Anything you're going to be getting in the Cyber Week sales is going to be from online. So one thing I will say is really important is to not get stuck in waiting lists. I know that some brands can get really overwhelmed during the sales. Hopefully they've learned their lessons from previous years and they are able to implement enough staff, implement enough software to make sure that things don't crash, waiting lists aren't really long, and orders can actually be processed, because I have seen a lot of drama in past years from orders not being processed, waiting lists being far too long, websites crashing, and people not getting their orders that they were promised. So I would say spread out your online orders, spread out your Cyber Week shopping. As I said, don't wait to the end of the week, but also just making sure that when you see the discount to purchase it when you can. I really do think that Friday is probably going to be actually the worst day to shop this Cyber Week, because I think it's going to be the day that most people think to go to get their discounts, and they're not going to realise that actually the discount has been available all week. All they've done is put themselves in an hour-long queue and had to wait so much more time to get their item that they wanted. So don't make the mistake of going on the days that's going to be the most popular. Friday and Saturday are always the most busiest Cyber Week days, so don't just wait till those 2 days. Don't get yourself stuck in online waiting lists, and make your purchases when you see them. Now my next mistake to avoid is a really difficult one to word, because I am someone who loves high street fashion. I love lower price pointed items. You guys know I love mixing high street with high end and designer with some lower price pointed items. But one thing I will say this Black Friday is to try and avoid those lower price pointed items and look for something a little bit more of a stretch. It's really difficult to word this without being offensive to anyone, because you guys know I shop H&M, high street, everything like that. But I would just say that I think if you are looking to really maximize on the sales and get the best discounts possible, to look for those higher price pointed items. I know this is going to sound so boring and adulty, but hoovers, washing machines, laptops, tablets, I know that those items get massively discounted in the sales, and I think you'll probably be better off and save a lot more money if you are trying to shop that way. Maybe looking for some items that are more of an investment piece, more of a luxury piece, because I think the savings are just going to be greater on those items than they are for the lower price pointed items. So I hope I worded that as best as I could, and I hope you understand what I mean by that, and looking for items that are maybe a little bit more like a stretch of a budget, because they will be discounted higher than items that are a £10 top anyway, that you probably could have bought on a Friday night and you didn't need to wait for a sale to be able to get it. Now the next mistake is something that I have definitely fallen into the trap of, and that is buying one-hit wonders or really massive trend pieces. What you'll probably notice throughout Cyber Week and in the Black Friday sales is that the highest discounted items are usually the items that brands want rid of. They don't want trend pieces that are going to be sitting in their stock that will go out of trend next year, and they'll just be sitting with no stock left. So they usually discount those items the biggest amount, and they have the best deals for those. But I would just say to really try and avoid them, and look to get more classic luxury pieces that are going to last you a really long time. I've made big mistakes in the past by spending a lot of money on trend pieces that I thought are going to be around for ages, and actually they did not last me at all, and the following year I was donating them, selling them, giving them away to charity. So I would definitely say not to look at one-hit wonders. Really try and be really vigilant, really strict with yourself. Even as an amazing discount, just look at your wardrobe, look at how well it's going to fit within your wardrobe, if it's going to last you years and years. I mean, by all means, if there is a trend item that you think, do you know what, I will genuinely wear that in 10 years time, it doesn't matter to me that it's on trend now and that it won't be on trend in 3 years time. It's an item that I've wanted, I will want for a while, I will use for ages, then go for it. But just don't fall into the trap of buying trend pieces just because they're really heavily discounted, and remind yourself they are one-hit wonders. You're not going to get your wear out of them, and you're not going to make your money's worth. And my last mistake to avoid this Black Friday is to not be prepared. Every time I say that, I just want to sing that song from Hoodwink that's like, be prepared, be prepared. But that's why these videos are going up a little bit before Black Friday, to give you guys a really good amount of time to prepare yourselves for the sales. As I said, they can be really, really hectic, they can be really overwhelming, they can be really frenzied, and I hate shopping like that. I won't lie, I'm not really much of an in-store shopper, even like if stores are open, when it comes to sales, because I just find them way too overwhelming. I like to shop comfortably. I don't like to feel like I'm being rushed. Loads of things are on the floor, I'm like rifling through bins. That is not how I like to shop. So I like to plan ahead so that I know what I'm going to be doing, I know what I'm going to be shopping for, I know what I'm going to be looking for, and it just means that it's a much more enjoyable experience. It means that I feel prepared beforehand, I feel calm before the sales, and afterwards I usually know that I have been sensible throughout the sales and made the most of the discounts in the best way that I can. So the biggest thing to not do is to not be prepared. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was a bit of a mammoth one, but I really wanted to make this video separate to my Cyber Week hacks, just because a lot of these are mistakes that I've personally made in the past, regrets that I've had, things that I've done that I wish I hadn't, money that I've wasted, and I just really, really, really want to make sure that you guys don't make the same mistakes. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, I'd love it if you subscribed. We've got loads of Cyber Week content coming. I've got a couple more videos this week, and then throughout the Cyber Week sales, I'm actually going to be uploading one video every single day to really help you guys out throughout the sales. So I hope you come and join me for more videos, and I'll see you in my next one.